Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Night of the Dead. It kind of changes every time, doesn't it, my Night of the Dead? Slightly different every time. Just to keep you on your toes. So what have I done? We're just getting ready for the horde now. I've made some changes to this little side number 2 base. It's actually come forward slightly. I wonder if I can put a torch back up here. I took my torch down. Let me see this. Put a torch. I'm missing some nails. We get some nails in a minute. Put a torch up. Well, no. Never mind in a minute. Let's do it now so that you all get the best possible view. Just grab some nails. If I'm going to give you a little tour, might as well have lighting, won't we? A little picnic table. That'll move soon. The picnic table will move. Let's get a wall light on the outside here. There we go. Okay, so they come up here, chop, through a shredder, a compressor. And then they're going to come down for another compressor, another shredder. And that's as far as I've got, really, as far as the traps are concerned. But the interesting part of this now is... So I'm going to enter here. Forcing the path through here towards me. If I go up here, they should still, hopefully, path towards me. And then I can also come back down here and replan these. Still, hopefully, going through the whole base trying to path towards me. So what's the plan? What's the plan of this little side base? I'm hoping to, as long as I know the pathing is working right, I'll build some kind of roof over the top of that front so that no leapers come up at me. And I'll put my picnic table at the top here, and we can sit here and watch Wave 0 come up with much better view. They'll come straight for me though. Yeah, they will come straight for me. They'll come into here and they'll start chewing through here. And then, once this has killed the opening big pieces, I'll then descend down and fight in the main building. I would like to be able to sit up here and watch the zombies enter the main building, but there's no way we can get them to go over there. You know, if I put, like, bait there somewhere, the bait's got such a short range now, they would still come for me. So, we can use this to clear up some of the first wave, just so we get a nice view from here as the first wave comes up. And then we will run along here, run down here, and over here. Now that won't be tonight, that's not this wave, it still needs a lot more work, but it's getting closer. So what else have we done in here? Now, I'm going to let more bosses through. So like last night where we let some bosses go through and just ease the pressure on the front, I'm going to let more tonight go through if I can. So what's going to stop them wearing down all of the traps at the back? Because I can't access any of the traps at the back. These are the last ones I can access. All the rest of that maze, I mean I can. I mean it's a little bit like I can actually access some of them. If I go up here I can replenish some of these here. But that's not really what I want to be doing. If there's stuff down below that needs my attention, which it will do, I really need to be in this little area here, keeping this healthy. So what I have done to allow more bosses to go through and to still kill them, I've put a wall of guillotines here. So we have 4 guillotines in this slot now. Well, there's actually 6 because there's one actually on either corner. But there's a bunch more in the middle. So this should get rid of all of the exploders. They just come around here, they go boom, just dead. Most exploders don't make it that far, so even the big bosses, they'll probably die here now. But guillotines don't have a lot of charges, they have 10. So this will run out of charge real fast. But it will allow me to run over there, replan a few, come back over here, and safe in the knowledge that as I let more bosses go past, they will have some decent damage done to them before they enter the maze that I can't replenish. Yeah. So some other comments people have said. I did see somebody say about the fact that the bait is now overpowered. Well, actually, strangely enough, my base doesn't use bait. Even though there's bait in there, the bait doesn't really do anything. And what I mean by that is the zombies will path straight to me here. If I stand here, they will run straight at me. They only smell the bait when they're really, really in close. But if I stand where I stand normally, here, the bait actually has no difference. Because they will run to me here anyway, and if the bait wasn't there, they would still, to get to me, enter the maze and make their way through the maze. Yeah, so the bait being there or not actually doesn't help me in any way, shape or form, whether I'm standing outside the base or inside the base. They path exactly the same. So you're probably asking, well, why have you got bait then? And the answer to that is simple. When the zombie boss finally gets to this corner, they have a choice. Do they go after me or do they go after the bait? So when and only when do they get here does the bait come into play. They will turn this way and destroy the bait. And what that does for me, standing here, is I will see this crusher go off and this start to action. And I will know when those start to go off, there's a boss, at least one boss, in that final corridor, literally just around the corner from me. I have a decision to make there, depending on how many are in there. Do I quickly come here and flame them and shoot them and do whatever and kill whoever's there? Or if there's a mass of them going that way, do I flee? Do I leave the base because that bait will last seconds? Is it time to go and save myself to fight another day? So that is the only time the bait actually plays any role as such on my base, is when they get right here. So what else have we done? Well, the good news is I have a tier 10 flamer. The flamer is now max level. It only does 20 damage base, but it's not the damage of the flamer that I'm interested in, as I've said several times. Excuse me. It's not the damage of the flamer that I'm interested in. It's that tick effect. If the dev removed the tick effect of the fire, the flamer would go in the bin. It's as simple as that. I'm not after the flame. I'm after the dot that the flame applies. And it's not even the damage from the dot that I'm interested in. It's the effect of the dot. It stops them using special abilities. It stops them moving very quickly. It keeps them really slow and stuck without the ability to slam into the floor or to throw things at me because they're on fire, and they'll just get smashed again and again and again by the traps as they try and move forward while on fire. That is the only thing that really I'm interested in on that flamer. Right, so here we go. Just about ready for wave 42. It's quite crazy. We're on wave 42. For those of you that stayed up with me and watched the Explorer series, thank you very much. The Explorer series is now over. We've completed it. We escaped the island. That was the goal, is to explore the map, find all the goodies, do all the key buildings, and then leave. And we did that. We did that on the Twitch stream last night. Fantastic. So there's more Night of the Dead goodness to come. More Night of the Dead goodness to come. So we're going to try and start up a multiplayer version of Night of the Dead. See what the stability is like. See how that works. We'll give it a go. If for whatever reason the quality or the stability is just not good enough, then I'll probably do a little more on a trap series, showing you each individual trap, exactly what they're good for, because you can't just place traps. Each one of them is actually good at doing a specific function. And understanding why you should place one type of trap and not another. Why do I have a cutter here? Why have I got crushers here? Yeah, they all do different things. So I'll probably do a little episode on that. So that should be fun. So yes, we got more Night of the Dead goodness to come. And of course, if the dev brings an interesting update, we might do a special on the update. But this hardcore series, the one you're watching right now, this is going to continue to go wave after wave until they finally kill me. They haven't killed me yet, thankfully. And it's getting close a few times, but we will just keep on going so we can see just how hard the waves are getting and see how long I can survive. But this is on normal difficulty, you have to remember that. So this was open out of the box. I turned the game on, normal difficulty, and just went for hardcore mode. Thought, right, let's do it. One life, see how far we get. And we just kept on going. When I eventually die, because they will at some point, I think, overwhelm everything I've got, then I'll probably start a second series, but on a much higher difficulty. And we can see how far we can get on. I don't know if it'll be legendary difficulty. We might do. I'm not sure yet. And just see those waves, those crazy waves, and the damage that that could do, and whether or not I've learned enough about the mechanics of this game to survive. So yeah, when I die, because it's a when or an if, then we'll probably do that. Okay, we're just about ready now for the nighttime wave to happen. So for those who haven't seen the show before, or maybe you've even played just a little bit yourself and you haven't played many waves, the zombie spawns that come at you throughout the day. So it starts off like one zombie will just spawn and come after you and chase you all around the world. No matter where you go, they'll just chase after you. And then as the waves go by, more and more spawn. So on wave 42 now, or day 41, what you get is groups usually of about 6 zombies that will spawn and chase you all around the map. But they spawn with the hit points that the end wave spawns with. So they are way harder than like a zombie you'll find just in a random building out there. They are extremely tough at this point. And even meleeing one trash mob now, even though I've got a tier 10 lightsaber, they take a lot of damage. Even if I switch to the big tier 10 hammer kind of thing, they still take a lot of damage. They are just so hard. But that last daytime wave I'm talking about, it usually happens at 9 PM when you first start playing the game. And then it slowly gets later and later. And now, that last daytime wave will actually happen at the same time as the main game wave. The 0, midnight start. So when we tick off any moment now and it says the wave started, the first few zombies you see probably aren't even the wave. They're probably the daytime wave, and then you'll get the actual wave. And you can usually tell when you're watching my game by if any bosses are on the way. If there's bosses amongst them, it is the wave 0 wave, because bosses now spawn for me on wave 0. If there's no bosses, and it's just what I call trash mobs, then it's probably the daytime wave. I'll stand here for as long as I can, so that you can see them coming up. Here we go. So wave started. The wave has now officially started. Now there's a bunch of spikes right at the bottom of the hill. I don't think I can get an angle on that. No, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that. There are a bunch of spikes down by a bunker that's down there. And they will delay the first zombies that spawn anyway. And then the wave itself usually spawns way off towards the town area over there, and they drop from the sky. Funnily enough, if you go over there, you can see them dropping from the sky, because sometimes they get stuck in the air and they hang there. And they drop down, and then they'll run all across the bottom and then up here. So these ones here are actually the daytime spawn. This is not the wave. The wave hasn't got this far yet. So these are just ordinary trash zombies running up here. I say ordinary trash zombies, I mean they are hard now. If one of those got too close towards me rather than going towards that bait, if I stood here without the bait, they would actually leap in the air and come and get me. If I stand here, they won't leap at me. Yeah, they won't leap at me just because the way the pathing is set up. Trying to get your pathing set up so the zombies don't leap at you is difficult, but also having some kind of roofing helps a lot. So this is still all wave 0. This is now wave 0. There should be a boss or two coming up in a moment as part of wave 0. I know it's not, it is a boss, yeah, so there's 2 bosses. I know it's not wave 0 itself, the daytime wave itself, because there's only about half a dozen in that. So there's 2 bosses in this. And then it's back to just masses of trash mobs. I'm letting these bosses run through. I'm running the gauntlet. Another boss. That's 3 bosses. The important thing to do is just keep your traps full of where their counter is coming down. So if you haven't played before, there's a counter showing how many charges a trap has got. You need to make sure that those stay full. See, this is one of the guillotines. They only got 10 charges, so they don't last long at all. 50s. It's fine. Some more bosses. I got a boss stuck down below. I've even put fencing in to stop the bosses from falling down, but they still fall down. Even with the fencing. Which is quite annoying. I don't want bosses down there, because in theory they could do damage. And they also make this just spin out. It's just going to run out of charges with the bosses down there. Here comes another boss. I could put walls to stop them falling in there, but if I do that, we won't see anything. So I don't want to put walls in there. But the fences, they're not good enough. I might switch it to one of these kinds of palisades where we can see through it. That'll probably do it for us. Just so we can see the action. Now I have turned down the volume, but I'm still thinking maybe this volume is a little loud. We can probably maybe just take a moment to change the volume down a bit more. Let's do that. Let's quickly just change the volume down just a little bit more for all of you. I'm just going to drop the master one down some more. And then continue. Because I do realise the volume was just getting a little bit too loud. Even though I dropped it down several times, it kind of seems to creep back up. Because there's more of them. So here we have a boss. And then a flamer boss. They're getting quite far over there. I will go and replay those guillotines quickly. Just pop these back up. Get this front going again. Okay, so if you're watching this, yet again, if it's your first time, these aren't many zombies. The main amount of zombies turn up at the 2 o'clock wave. That's when things get crazy. At the moment, I'm just keeping things repaired, keeping it ticking over, making sure everything's okay. Gone nice and quiet. No zombies. All good. Just replenish this. It's fine. Take the opportunity to check on these. Repair maybe. Oh, there's one that's out. Get that back operational. Yeah, that's fine. All good. Let's get to the front. Everything's fine. So, yet again, we're still just talking the ordinary zombies. Nothing special. The odd boss. They all have a crazy amount of hit points at this point, don't mind. You have to remember that. They really do just have insane amounts of hit points. And if they were to attack me or even my base, they do big damage. So I can't afford them to lose pathing at any point and go wild. If they do that, my base is in serious trouble. Okay, everything's fine. There's lots of trash. I know I'm standing here with a flame and you're probably thinking, well, why haven't you flamed? I will. I will be flaming, but not right now. Let these bosses in. Let the exploder run through. Check some of these back ones, it's fine. Go on, boss, you can make it. Go on. Keep going, keep going. He's trying. He's getting... Oh, no, he's dead. He did well for a while. Another boss, a green one. All good. Get this back going. Oh, the back crusher over here, I think. Something over here work? No, they haven't got this far yet. Replenish some of this. Oh, there's a boss in there at the moment, getting cut to pieces. He's still going, you know? He's still going. Trying to target that floor, I am. Can I target the floor? Probably not, no. Oh, I just did at that point. Floor. No. No, I can't target the floor. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. It depends if there's, like, treasure, like, bags on top of them. If there is, then sometimes you just can't get the angle very easily to target the floors. I mean, we can try again. Oh, I had it. There you go. Targeted the floor. Right, the 2 o'clock wave should be any moment. This is when things get dicey. There's so many of them and so much damage. They start wrecking my base a little bit. So that's when things get to be a problem. They're not here quite yet. But they will be here in a moment. Just make sure everything is on full health. Okay. Come on, bosses. Let's be having you. My flamer is hungry. Half flamer will cook. Okay, the odd straggler bosses coming through. Where's the mass wave? Where are they? That's it. It does take them a moment or two to get here. Okay, here they come. Here they come. Here they come. So the first lot I will flame, just to slow them down. As soon as they get in. Here we go. Have a bit of flame. Right, that slows them down. I will let the rest just run through for a moment. Let them have some fun. I'm going to flame them again. I'm just letting some through. Normally I would flame in here to stop them, but I'm not at the moment. I'm letting them go through. I want to take the pressure off my main base here. Okay, and then we'll come back to the front, replan that, flame these. Let them in. They're doing quite a bit of damage now, see, to the base. My traps are taking a lot of damage. It's not just a case of running out of charges, they're taking damage. Okay, I think that's the last of the bosses going through. We should revert back to trash at the back. Let these bosses go through. Look at that pile of treasure over here. That's insane. Get some of these back active. Some repairs in. Okay. All good. All the stuff behind you sure is just trash. Just letting the base mop that up. Just basic zombies now. There we go. Everything's kind of repaired enough. There's a boss somewhere. There's crazy amounts of treasure behind here. Piles it. We'll have a look now in a moment. And there we go. Wave 42. Another one down. Another wave bites the dust. So we'll just do our usual thing. Jump off the front here. Make sure there's no stragglers. Nobody in any awkward positions. Sometimes you get like the odd one that just doesn't path. So they destroyed a few spikes that are down there. That's nothing. That's fine. So let's have a look at the carnage. We will start from the back. Let's enter the base. So did the bait take any damage? Sometimes it does. Yeah, so took a bit of splash damage through the wall there. I will repair it because it's the bait. So nothing here. Nothing here. No charges used. Yet again, no charges used. Nothing. Usually we get some that get this far. But with those extra guillotines, they didn't even manage that. Nothing here along the back edge. Nothing even here. The first, or the last trap, or whatever it was, or the furthest they got was here. Even though I was letting them through, they didn't get any further than the double shredder. Look at the amount of... Look at this, is crazy. That's just... It had nowhere left to stick them. It's sticking them up in the air. Wow, that's a lot of bags at that one point. Let's grab the bags. Wow, that's crazy. And yet again, another massive pile of bags here in the corner. They died in their hundreds at that point. Let's just bring these back up a minute. Just trying to target the... There you go. You eventually can target the piece you're trying to target. But they're all taking a lot of damage. Look at they're all taking like between 30 to 50% damage. And I was repairing some of this during the episode. So a lot of this took some heavy beating. So even though they're not attacking it anymore, they're still trying to just get through with the exploders and all the rest of it. Things are just taking damage now. Now these railings are not enough to stop them from falling down. It's a pity, but maybe I'll try the see-through palisade. Over here, obviously there's masses of bags. So many bags that they just kind of fall off and go everywhere else. Got that. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Wave 42. Done. Oh, people keep saying, you know, wave 50 is going to be easy, but you just do not know. You just do not know what the changes in the strength dynamic of the bosses are going to be. If more of the non-bosses turn into bosses, that damage output that we're seeing, it can just become too much for my wee little base to handle. I can't, excuse me again, I can't extend the base, really. There's not really any room this way to extend by much. I could get like another layer of base, but then we'd start running into other issues. I can't come back. The sloping here will make it, is that like a head bobbing or something? There's a bird in the floor. Because there's a slope, the way I have to tear up the floor here will cause pathing issues. And there is some room to come out the back here. They'll lose sight of the bait as they come around the back. But as long as they can keep sight of me, that would work. I could add like another row on the back. But there's not a lot more I can do with this base. I definitely wouldn't want to go up. Having zombies running up in the air is a recipe for disaster. So, there you are, people. That's Wave 42. I hope you're enjoying the series. Please subscribe and like and comment. It means a lot to me and it helps me out a lot. Allows me to make a lot more videos, not just of this game, but of all kinds of games. So thank you very much for all of your support. Brilliant. See you all next episode. Bye.